Hey, this is Big Black with Big Black Barbecue, and today I'm going to be doing something really easy and actually pretty nice. It's one of the easiest things you can do on a smoker or a grill. I'm going to be making beer can chicken. As you see here, I got a whole chicken, but I'm going to be using a jerk sauce that was made from a coworker of mine. It's fresh ingredients. You can use any type of sauce, mixture, marinade that you want, but I'm using actually a actual jerk sauce. It's actually pretty potent. If I smell it now, I can smell the spiciness in it, but it's homemade. I will post the recipe for that marinade in the description box, but we're gonna go ahead and get started here. As you see here, I got a whole chicken. It's been brined for about 6 hours. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go and I'm going to pat it dry. That's what you wanna do first. You wanna pat your chicken dry. Make sure you get the whole nice little ends and everything of the chicken dry. Make sure you drain any excess water that may be in. Don't forget that when you open this up at the very end, there is the heart and the neck bone and the liver, if I'm not mistaken, that's in there. But make sure you get it nice and pat dry. It just helps the marinade stick more, and it also it's easier to let it sit. But we're just going to pat this dry, get it nice and dry as we can. The next thing is that what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over it with a little olive oil. Pour a little bit in your hand. I got on gloves because this can get a little messy. But you're just going to rub it with a nice little touch of olive oil. You can use vegetable or canola oil or peanut oil, but olive oil seems to work best for me. So that's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to come behind it with this marinade, this jerk sauce. It's pretty potent. That's another reason why I got gloves on. I don't want to get burnt marks on my hands or accidentally touch my face or mouth. This jerk sauce is made with scotch bonnet peppers, and it's very traditional. Now, I do not have the pimento wood pellets that I want to use, but I do have apple wood chips as a substitute. Pimento wood chips or wood pellets are very, very expensive, and they're hard to get. So I just went ahead and went with apple as a substitute. The beer I'm using is going to be a lager with lime, just to infuse that moisture and also that lime flavor into this. But we're just going to take a little bit of this jerk mix. Remember, this jerk mix has scotch bonnet. It is kind of hot. You can use habanero peppers if you want to as a substitute, but for a real authentic feel, you want scotch bonnet. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this mud marinade. I'm going to put it on here. I'm going to rub it in really good. That's all you're doing. This is pretty easy. It's not too much you have to do. Just get you enough to where you can cover it. Get inside there. Make sure you get both sides. I will flip this over in just a second. Good to have coworkers that actually love cooking and doing stuff as much as you do. You can get pretty good things from them. This is actually pretty fresh. I can actually smell the peppers and everything. It's been sitting for a minute, but that means it's fermented in a good way. But just get a nice little coating on here. We're not going to do too much. Make sure you cover a lot of it. I'm going to put a little bit inside of it, just on the outside, so if it comes out, it'll cover up that bottom part as it's dripping away. Then what we're gonna do is we're gonna let this sit for about an hour, hour and a half, and let that marinade build in. And we're going to get our grill started. Now, there's two ways you can actually do this. You can do it at 250, 275 and let it smoke for about 5 hours. But what I recommend is going anywhere from 300 to 325 and doing it in about 1.5 to 2 hours. Remember, chicken is done at 165. I can't stress that enough, guys. How you check this, since it is a whole chicken, is a whole chicken, is that you check at the thickest parts, and if the thickest parts are done, then actually these parts will be done, like your wings or your the bottom of your legs, or even the top part here where the breastplate, where the backbone is, or where the breastplate is. To help me out with actually setting this up, because yes, I do have a beer can, and it traditionally, if you have a beer can, it should sit properly. But if you don't, or if you just want to have extra support, I do have this little thing right here. I'm gonna push this back so I can show y'all. It's Grilla. It's a beer chicken cooker. It basically just sits down like that. You put your beer on top, and then you put your chicken on top of that. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my smoker started. I'm going to put I gotta get rid of half the beer somehow and get the chicken on there, and then I'll meet y'all back on the grill after about an hour when I got my grill going. Remember, I'm cooking at 300. It's going to take about anywhere from an hour and a half to 2 hours. Looking for that 165 doneness. But I'm going to go get this grill started. This is going to go in the refrigerator for about an hour, and I'll meet y'all back out there when I have it on the grill. Okay, I've got it marinated for about an hour. It's been about an hour and 15 minutes actually. And I'm put it on the smoker. As you can see here, standing up nicely. This land mint, it barely gets to the top. I got about another 2 inches right there, so I know my lid will close. But all you're doing is you're just gonna let this go for an hour and a half to 2 hours. What you're checking for an overall doneness of 165. However, you want your thighs and your thickest part of your meat to be a little bit over 165, like a little bit, about 10 degrees, 170 to 175. But that's all we're doing. We're not going to spritz this at all. We're just going to let it go. As you see here, it's got a nice little jerk marinade. Like I said, it's homemade. And that's all there is to this. We're going to let it go for 1 hour, 1.5 hours to 2 hours. I got my grill at 300. Like I said, there's different degrees you can smoke this on, but the quickest is 300. This is it. I got my smoker tube going, of course, and just gonna let it set and forget it. Basically, I'm gonna come back out here in an hour, show y'all what I have. We're gonna check the temperature to see if it's getting to 165, 175 in the areas I want it. But this is it. I'm using a lime lager beer. The reason why you won't have to spritz this or anything like that is because the beer is going to moisten your chicken from the inside out. So that's all we're going to do. We're going to let it go, and I'll be back in about an hour or so and check the temperatures on it, and let's see what I got. Okay, we're at the hour mark. I'm going to open this up, see what we got. Let's take a look at this bird. Okay, guys, let's get a nice little look around. As you see, the wings are starting to get a little brown on them. Smoker chicken's still going. All around, nice bird. Got a nice little jerk seasoning on there. So like I said, we got about another hour. I'm gonna come out and check the temperature around 30 minutes or so, see where it's at. But we got about another hour to go on this. Like I said, chicken's done at 165, but I want my thighs and my thickest parts to be at 170, 175. But this is what I got. It's easy to go, just like you would make it pulled pork. Just set it and forget it, basically. Let it go. That chicken beer can holder is holding pretty nicely. It actually has the beer inside and it's holding that. But this is it. You see a little beer's what's name? The little beer's coming out a little bit, but that's okay. Actually, probably the inside a little bit's coming out, but that's okay. But as you can see here, so I'll be back probably when this thing is off the grill, off the smoker, and it'll be time to cut it open and taste it, see what it tastes like. But yeah, this is what you got in about an hour. Still an hour to go, so I'll be back when it's completely done and I got it inside. Okay, y'all, I am done. Total cook time was 2 hours exactly. Thighs are at 175. All the skinny pieces, smaller sizes at 165 or a little bit above, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you what I got here. Nice little jerk marinade. And this is all to it. There's nothing else to it at all. You don't have to worry about nothing else. Let it sit for about 10 to 15 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a taste. Just gonna cut a little piece somewhere here. Let's cut here where it's a little darker. Very juicy, as you can see. I'm gonna turn it a little bit so I can see where I'm cutting at. Very juicy, as you can see. Not much to it. Trying to get a little piece here as much as I can. Taste this jerk marinade. Woo! It's got some heat to that. Definitely can taste the lime flavor for the beer. The moisture is actually there. I'll get another little piece here. Taste real quick. Definitely jerk. I just wish I had pimento, wood chips, or wood pellets. But, ooh, that spice is hitting in. There's not much to it. Easy. Nothing to do. Just set it, forget it. Nice little dinner. Nice little dinner you can do. So, that's all there is to it, guys. I got some other things going to eat dinner with. This is it. I'm going to show you a little bit of the top again. You know, just like, comment, and subscribe. I do have more videos coming. I also do have a lot of different things that I am going to be doing. Some might be shocking. Some might be surprising. But this is Big Black with Big Black Barbecue. And it's time to eat.